among school-going children. Well-nutritioned children are shown to have increased concentration and attention spans. To shed more light on the launch is Philemon Nangolo, who is the Deputy Director of Programs and Quality Assurance. Mr. Nangolo, good evening and welcome to the Daily Roundup.
Good evening and thank you for having me.
Mr. Nangolo, what is the purpose and objective of implementing this school feeding information management system within Namibia?
Thank you very much. Good evening to everybody. The system that we have launched today, the school feeding information management system, has many different purposes, and we implemented it or introduced it with different purposes. Number one is to enhance the school feeding program data collection. You know, previously this information used to be collected manually. That is time-consuming and sometimes is not accurate. And us at the head office takes too long time waiting for the information coming from the region or from the schools, regions and the circuits, and sometimes the informations are also not accurate. So it's then this program is then made with the purpose to enhance the school feeding program data collection efficiency and effectiveness. It also enhances monitoring, evaluation, reporting to us at the head office receiving reports from schools, and it's also made the job more easier for us to do the evaluation and analyze the data that we are receiving from the schools. I should make it very clear that this system is user-friendly in such a way that it can be used. It doesn't require somebody to be on the internet coverage. So teachers with the smartphone can easily take this information and populate it and send it to the ministry wherever he or she is at any time he or she wants. The other thing is also this program also promotes accountability. You know, what we do, we expect it to be done in such a way that it's done properly. But us at the head office here are the one to make sure that this information reaches us, this information is collected, this information is accurate. I would like to give just an example here. The system that we have introduced can make us to know what is in the stock of a certain school. For example, the school X in Zambezi region has ordered some maize bags, and we will then be able to know that this school is in need of so number of bags, or the bags children are not fed with an amount of maize that they are required to be provided. And for example, by also for us also to know the reason as to why perhaps the children did not get food and the school did not prepare food for this for a certain school. And if possible, it will help us then to, when I'm saying us, I'm referring to the officials, the head office, Ministry of Basic Education, Arts and Culture. It makes us it possible for us to come up with an intervention in order to solve that problem, meaning it enhances accountability on both sides.
Mr. Nangolo, you also mentioned that the system also, of course, provides monitoring and evaluation. And just on that point, quickly, I want to talk about how, the system being able to monitor and evaluate will then, be able to tell the system's effectiveness as well as its impact. Give us an example of that.
Say it again.
I was saying, you mentioned earlier that the system is also there to monitor and evaluate. So my question is how the monitoring and evaluation aspect of the system will be able to tell, its effectiveness and impact.
I should indicate that I hardly hear you, but what I have heard so far is how does it enhance the monitoring and evaluation. Us at the head office, we also access the information for each and every schools in Namibia. Now we'll then be able to see that a school X is in a certain region, has so number of bags, and they are in need of the bag. So if they are in need, then we'll be able to come in and say, no, please, you were supposed to have this number of bags, but it's indicating that you only have this. What happened to this one? So that we will then be able to do the monitoring of the use, how the bags were used, how the foods were cooked, etc., etc. Meaning, we are trying to make sure that no bags are developing wings and legs and sneak out of the storeroom where they are stored.
What are the key features and functionalities of the school feeding information management system, Mr. Nangolo?
Yeah, this system has been designed to capture the information related to the in and out of the food items, capture the food, the school feeding, non-feeding items, etc., etc. More especially the cooking facilities, and also capture the information of many other functionalities that would ease the data analysis and the visualization among others. So this system is captured in such a way that us at the head office will then be able to get the report on time. We'll be able to analyze the report and the data that we are receiving from the school, etc., etc.
And will there be training programs or resources available to assist schools and administrators in using the system effectively?
Thank you very much. Today, this program was officially launched. And yes, the next phase now is characterized by the capacity building, both at the national and the regional level, to ensure all users are comfortable and find it very easy to use the system.
And how can schools and stakeholders provide feedback or suggestions for improving the system in the future, perhaps?
Yes, the system is made in such a way that it allows the comments and suggestions from the users. Then those comments and suggestions that the users are making, they are sending them to us, and we will be able to see them anytime they are being populated in the system, and then we'll also be able to improve our way of doing things.
Mr. Nangolo, thank you so much for your time. That's all the time we have this evening, but thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Well, we're going to take a brief break. Let's take a look at our local news roundup. When we come back, it's time for more conversation.